I think
we're live.
It's live.
Hi.
Okay. I was like, I don't know if it's live.
So, we have to both talk at the same time.
Oh.
To test it. So,
okay.
Are you ready? So,
yeah.
Where are you going to sit? Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be right like this.
Can you see both your shoulders? I know you're very weird about that.
Yes, I can see my shoulders.
You sure?
Yes,
I don't feel like I can see all your shoulders.
Yeah.
You're live, Heathers.
I'm fixing myself live.
You're fondling yourself live.
I'm actually touching myself.
It's getting worse. Okay, what are we going to say together? A, B, C, D.
Okay.
Ready, set, and testing.
A, B, C, D,
E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Woo! We did it! Okay, now let's talk. Hey, this is Jenna.
And this is Heather.
And this is...
Conspiracies Unlocked.
Oh, I thought you would say conspiracies and I'd say unlocked. This is...
Conspiracies.
Unlocked.
At gmail.com.
.com.
Free show.
Okay.
Every time that paper
I know.
flies, I feel like somebody's going...
We sound great. All right, guys. Sound testing is over. On to the Midway. Okay.
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 I think our eye is a little crooked.
You know what? I think that I think you need to move it over. That's why I keep on trying. Like, I think that it's not right.
What do you mean?
I don't think that the ring light. I think that the ring light needs to be moved, just like a little,
like
that way.
This way. Okay.
Yeah, just like
right.
a tad.
We are still getting our setup like perfected.
But you get
obviously.
to hang out with us while we do it and while we fight
like
about
that.
it. Yeah, I think that's.
But then the eye's not in the center.
How is it not in the center? It's totally in the center. Look at the center of look at the middle icon, right? I don't have my glasses. I can't see what it is. But next to the little pencil guy, and then to the left of the pencil, and then go up, and it's right in line with it. That's the center, right? The middle icon at the bottom.
Maybe it's because it's a little crooked. I hung it kind of crooked.
Yeah, we had to hang it twice, and she did it the next time, so maybe that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 blah.
I think I just need to scoot in a little bit.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. What? Ba. Oh, wait. We're not live.
Oh, we're not live?
Oh, maybe we're not live.
I thought I hit it.
Oh my God. Are you live? No, it says that we're live.
Wait, are we live on Conspiracies
Oh, we are.
Unlocked?
We are now live. Yes, we are. It's
God, that paper. I just need to
I know, especially because we have nobody else here. So, you guys, we are in the studio, and the studio is in, as you know, like an auto area, like auto shop area. But
they don't know that. It's industrial.
Industrial, whatever. There's always like cars and industrial and machines and shit going by.
Things happening.
But everybody that is around us is right now gone.
Baja, you already said that in the other one.
Yeah, they're gone to Baja. I didn't say that they were gone.
Yeah,
gone.
you did. You
So
said
we were all scared?
No, but you said that they were gone for the Baja thing.
Did I?
Yeah, and the other episode we recorded last week.
Oh, last week. Yeah, well, they're still gone. So this is week 2, and we have the door open, and there's a piece of paper that keeps, that's hanging on a wall right outside our window, and it keeps flaring up. It's flapping in the wind, and we think that it's, is somebody going to come and kill us? So it's super exciting.
Scary.
Oh, I wonder how we sound. Are we too far away? How do we sound? Do we sound far away from you guys? I didn't even think about that.
Oh, on the actual...
On them, for them. Do we sound...
The thing that's tripping me out is this light now. It's it's shining on our heads. So we have this,
We have a halo.
We have this, Yeah.
Well, you guys, let us know how we sound. Do we sound okay? I need to know how we sound.
Joy.
Is she on there?
Yeah. She said it looks great.
Looks, sounds, bitch, sounds.
I can't understand. I hear
Looks great. Oh, I hear you.
Hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Thank you.
What about this light? Is it too much
I don't understand why I can't see the insides of this page of this. Usually I can see the insides of the live, and then I can see it on my computer, so I don't have to see it way up there. I'm trying to figure out how to do
No,
this.
you found another page.
I
You
did,
remember?
and I'm trying. So I thought that I would do it here. Oh, maybe manage video is where I see it. Yeah, this is where I see it. Oh my God! Look at my hair.
That's what I'm saying. This light is very, like, bright.
We need a brush, Heather.
I know, that's why I keep going like this. If you ever see me playing with my hair, it's just because I see myself in the camera and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I can't even see that camera, so that wasn't even an issue for me, but now.
I can't see it very well, but I can see it somewhat.
Well, I can see it really large on my computer.
Have you... Oh, no. So
Hear
it's the
you
same
loud and
thing.
clear, right?
Same
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
Same thing.
Okay.
So we are going to be talking about the USS Midway Part 2. So we did leave off on the last one.
There's like a huge delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did leave off last time where we talked about the office haunting for the electrical room. We talked about the boiler room. We talked about the quack room. And we also talked about the fire haunting water death. And that's where
you're gonna.
off.
Okay, perfect.
That's where we left off.
Perfect. Okay, but
'Cause
we're gonna have to say that on here. This
I
hasn't
know.
even started. Okay.
Oh, we didn't start that.
We didn't start that yet. No, we're talking about hair and shit. I would never let you say that on the recording. Good
Yeah.
God, this is live. This is the special shit for people.
Okay.
This is the extra shit for special people. All right.
You're special.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
I guess.
I'm so full. That's part of the
I
problem.
know we just went to
We
lunch.
just went to lunch and I had 3
Mexican food. I can't believe that you.
We had 2 baskets of chips and salsa. I had 3 street tacos, but they were very, very full.
She got the sides too.
With
and
rice
then
and
I
beans.
had 2 enchiladas.
And I ate everything. I ate like 2.5 tacos. So I'm feeling...
All right, let's do this shit. If you want to go do your nails later, we got to do this
We
nail.
have to do nails.
All
Bye,
right.
Clay.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Okay, so ready, set, and go. Hi, this is Jenna,
And this is Heather.
and this is Conspiracies Unlocked. Today we are going to be talking and going over our Midway Part 2 episode. So just as a quick recap, in Part 1 we went over
the office haunting. We discussed the boiler room, the quack room with the creepy skiff-like structure and the operating table.
Yeah, skiffy-like structure. I think she means to say little room that was like a casket-sized vertical box that we pushed her into.
Video coming soon.
Oh, and the video will be up later, you guys. So you guys have to watch it. It's super spooky. I freaked myself out all over again by watching it because I remember how I felt when I thought that we lost her. I thought we couldn't open the door.
I was afraid that the door was not going to open. To be honest, yes.
It was super spooky.
And then lastly, we left off on what I'm calling the fire, death, water
death
haunting
room.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's kind of where we left off. At this point in the day, it's probably about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the day. So maybe a little bit earlier than that. Like I said, last week we got to go super early. We got to do the whole behind the scenes. Heather's brother got to get us in, and we got to go to so many cool places. And one of those cool places was the captain's helm. So that is our next stop along the way. And this is where the captain or the second in command can steer the ship from within the lower deck of the ship. So there's the deck like open air deck, like the top deck
Where the aircraft where the planes actually land.
Yeah, the landing deck, and then
Like the
right
landing
below
strip.
that there is this room at the bow of the ship. Is the bow the front? Fuck me. I
or
forget.
the helm.
Oh, it's the helm. Captain's helm. Wait,
the
no,
helm. Yeah, it would be helm.
No, it would be
It's
starboard
a helm.
or
It's a helm. It's the captain's helm.
front. Hold on. I have to Google it now. Hold on, guys. Ship called. It is called the bow.
The front?
Is the bow. Yes, the front of the ship is called the bow and the back of the ship is called the stern.
Then why is it called the captain's helm?
Because a helm is like the office, like the headquarter type thing,
Okay.
like where they can steer shit. That's why it's a captain's helm too.
Yeah.
The first captain's helm is on the above and it's like it's I don't know how to explain it. It is tall. It's really high up.
So you have like where the airplanes land.
Yeah, and then
there's like to the right. There's like it's basically like a square, and that is where they
control
they captain the ship.
They captain the ship. But
they drive it.
If that helm is if they can't be up there because of enemy attacks, or if they've blown up that part of it, then they go into Captain Helm's 2. So which is below that deck. And they go there in case something happens to that main steering helm up top. And this is a more of like an, oh no, we're being attacked type location to go. And there's just very small holes to see out.
There's like 4, I think, right?
4, maybe 4 or 5. Yeah, not a lot. They're very small holes to see out. And so you can't really see as well. So
they're like literally as big as like your head.
Like the regular,
a little bit bigger than your...
Yeah, you can barely see out of them. But that's why it's in case of an emergency. And you can't really, it's not like having full control of the ship and being able to see out in the vast open ocean. So that was really cool.
We actually did go live while we were
did go live during that time.
And it was very spotty because the internet... Because we were down below a little bit, we didn't have a lot of good internet.
No, we had like 0 internet down below the ship, obviously. Like on like the 5th or whatever level below, we had like 0 internet. But since we were right above the water line, we were able to have internet right then. But it was super sketchy, super spotty. And also with that, they showed, you were all interested in this whenever we went to... when we were touring the ship about the NASA rocket.
Oh yeah, so
do you want to talk about that?
So basically, what we did learn while we were exploring the captain's helm, 2, I guess it would be the second helm. We did learn that they did shoot off rockets off of the aircraft carrier,
like for. And NASA, like spaceship rockets.
Yeah, and that was...
like space shuttles, I guess.
Essentially the beginning part. I mean, there was other aspects of NASA, but that was like the beginning of NASA. Like that was in the very birth of NASA where there wasn't a lot going on, and that's one of the things that they did is they shot it off of the USS Midway, of all places, right?
Yeah, so we'll post those pictures,
and we
have pictures of the picture that's hanging there. So we will post those on the Facebook and the Instagram and whatever media that Heather decides to put it on, because she is our media consultant. The media producer.
I mean, I'm going to post them everywhere, and whether or not they get banned or shadow banned, I have no control over that.
Yeah, we've been shadow banned a bunch.
We have been definitely shadow banned.
That's definitely because we touch on touchy subjects, and the internet is a soft bubble wrap little prick that doesn't.
Yeah, especially on things like YouTube and TikTok. And they have really big censorships.
Yeah, and I think that's such bullshit. Like, that's our social media platforms. We should be able to express what we want. I mean, as far as, I don't know, not like killing people on YouTube, but
just saying killing people, you're supposed to say
undeading people.
They were unalived.
Excuse me, sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. I've been starting to get sick for like 3 days now. I'm sorry. So don't drink after me, Heather.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to know. We've already been hanging out all day, but hey, that's good to know right now.
That's awesome.
Do you have anything else to talk about the captain's helm, too?
The only thing that I would say about the captain's helm, too, is that I feel like the visibility was really shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess if you were used to it, then... And you have all your navigation devices and stuff, and
there was
it's fine.
All the sonar and everything.
But just as a civilian, going in there, I would feel like the visibility was really bad.
Like, how am I going to steer the ship and not die?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we move over to the damage control room. And this one, I really like this room.
So the damage control room was also like the fire room.
Yes, the firefighters were there.
That would be like where the firefighters would be notified if there was a fire.
Yes, or anything. If water was taking on, if any part of the ship got damaged, there's large maps of the ship, like broken down, like area by area. Like poster size, like bigger than poster size of just, you could just flip through them. All the ships, and they're all over the walls were a bunch of like maps of the ship.
Oh yeah.
And then there was red lights, a board of red lights, and every light was a different part of the ship. So if that part of the ship was taking on water, or if it got damaged in any way, or if it was on fire, they would know, that light would start blinking red, and they would know, hey, we got to go check out over here.
And I believe also in that area, they were able to shut off certain points.
Yeah.
So, like, if it was taking on, like, if there was a fire, they could somehow close access points.
Close access,
somehow.
And with the water. And
or with the fire.
Yeah.
Like water. I'm all the fire. The water. The water.
Whatever was happening to the boat, they had a little bit of control there. So it's just damage control. We also learned that all the random numbers that you see when you're walking through military ships, I've never been on a cruise ship, so I don't know if they have the same number system or if it looks nicer.
Yeah, I don't know.
But here it was just like not spray painted on, but stencil spray painted on.
Oh yeah.
Different like sections of the ship, like different numbers, just randomly. And so, like, one said BIC3, which stood for the section, center of the ship, and then the floor number 3. So then you know where you are within the ship. So you're in the middle, and yeah. And then underneath it would say FR 128 to 131. This was the frame numbers of the ship. So you would know that you are between the 128th and the 130 for one frame numbers, which the frames are like the ribs of the ship.
Yeah.
And that way you always knew where you were, because it's so easy to get lost in there.
It's like a maze.
It is a freaking maze. You think that you shouldn't get lost because there's only so much you can go side to side. You can only go like up and down the ship, you know? Like,
no, but you can really get lost.
And you can get really confused on like floor levels and where are you. And it's a lot like, I want to say it's a lot like a kid's jungle gym, like a McDonald's play place where you go into the tunnels.
Oh,
and then you like go up 3 stories, and then all of a sudden you drop down, and then like take the ladder down, and then you go up, and and then you're in the 2nd story, and then you go up to the 4th story, and then you're down again.
Especially with all the catwalks, like even when we were in like, let's say like the boiler room.
Yeah.
Going into the boiler room, it's not like you're just in this one room, this one space. You're in the boiler room, but then there's a catwalk that leads over here. It's still all part of the boiler room.
Yeah.
And then there's stairs that go up this way.
And then you could go out.
Around,
I don't know about the boiler room specifically, but there was other locations where you would go in one door, you could take some steps up, and then all of a sudden you're on a different floor in a different area of the ship.
Yeah.
There'd be 2 doors in one place, in one room.
Mm-hmm. Which is actually really good because then
we learned about the fire, when the fire happened and then the water happened, and that's why now there's 2. I think that's why they added a lot of those extra doors. So do you have anything else to say about the damage control room?
The damage control room for me, I felt like if I worked in there, I would be very overwhelmed. Because there's so many buttons, there's so many lights, and there's so many poster board panels of the ship. Like you could just flip through, like think of the posters that you used to see at Walmart. And you'd flip through the posters to see, or like maybe at Hot Topic they still have them. And you flip through the posters. That's how it was of maps, but like 3 times bigger. And then also, if you remember when they were showing us the gear that they wear, the firefighters wear, it was very, I guess because this would be old gear that they used
so
back
it's really
then.
big
It's
and
like
bulky.
it's like a gas mask, like with a big old thing out to here. Like I can't even describe it. It's like, and then even like the oxygen tank was like a metal oxygen tank, but like which they are metal. But I mean, it not a cylinder. It was like a box.
Yeah.
Everything
was in that box, right? There was like, wasn't it on their
Yeah.
backpack? And it was like everything they needed was like in that box.
In that box. Yeah, it was just. We'll post pictures and videos so you can kind of get a better idea. But it was extremely overwhelming, and with all the lights just like flashing and then the different sounds and things, like I wouldn't be able to work in there. I would be so overwhelmed.
Yeah, I don't think that I could be on that ship more than we were.
It was very overwhelming. Anywhere. I just had like an overwhelming like anxiety being in that room. Like that's the only way I can describe it as like anxiety. I did not like it.
Yeah. So moving. Well, that was actually the one room because we were above the water level. I didn't feel so claustrophobic in that room.
It wasn't claustrophobic.
I felt like.
Yeah.
I felt like I was fine in that room.
There
was a lot of other rooms where I was not okay. And that one, because we were up higher, it wasn't down below. No. It was actually pretty central in the ship, I believe.
It wasn't that I felt that way in the sense of claustrophobic. It was just in the sense of, like, it was overstimulating.
Yeah.
Extremely overstimulating for me. I could not have been able to work in there.
You know what I think is kind of fucked? That they have the big lips on all of going through all the doors. Like on the whole ship. I mean, this isn't just here. I just thought about it right now. Like,
it's like
when I'm thinking about annoyances.
It's like a foot almost.
When I'm thinking about annoyances, between every like door, like every frame pretty much, every like 10 feet, there's 8-inch or 10-inch stoop that you have to like step over, and if you don't, then you'll trip and fall on your face.
Yeah, you can't just walk. You're constantly stepping over things.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you're stepping like a high step.
Yeah.
You're constantly doing like a high step.
So I couldn't imagine being in the military and having to like something happening and running through that and like having to watch out for that.
You wouldn't be able to run through it. It's like hurdles.
Yeah.
Like doing hurdles through the ship.
8-inch hurdles.
Well, yeah. Enough of a hurdle that it would be an annoyance.
Yeah. So, moving on to the bunks. Remember the room upstairs? Well, I say it's upstairs. I don't think it was upstairs. But we go into this room.
It's like the living quarters, but it had a name. I'm trying to remember what my brother called it. It was the it'll come to me.
Okay, well, so the bunks were super spooky because they were just rows and rows and rows. Probably for like, I don't even know how many people, 1,000 people or something. Because like, if you think about like, because the bunks are three tiered, so 3 people per bunk.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, maybe 100, but that'd only be 30 bunks. That's like one room. Yeah, it's not even. No, there would have to be like 1,000 or more.
It just seemed like it was like
ongoing.
On
and on.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we ever got to the end of it or we just turned back and gave up. Like it was, and then there was no lights up there, and then that was where the flickering red light was, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The checkered floor was pretty creepy with the red light and the checkered floor.
Yeah, there was a red light flashing. Picture one of those like spooky, scary movies where it's all dark and all you see is like that like red light just flashing.
Mm-hmm. Like one light like broken.
Yeah. And then next to all those beds there was like nice there were like because they would allow overnight, that's where they would let kids stay.
So that area was actually called the Little Skipper.
Do you remember now?
I remember the name because I did a reel on it.
Oh, okay.
So it was called the Little Skipper. And the thing with the Little Skipper, the scary part or the paranormal part with the Little Skipper is so not anymore. They don't do it anymore. But they used to, because they couldn't now because it's not even maintained.
No.
So there's like barely one light. It's red light. It's very, if you go to our reels, and I just reposted it a couple days, I think yesterday actually, or the day before. So you get a good visual of what it looks like. That is the area where, say, like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, different organizations, the children would go there and they would stay the night, or like on a, maybe a couple
field
nights,
trip or
little
whatever,
field trip, overnight
Yep.
visit. And, it was safe then and everything. Like there wasn't anything, like it was maintained.
Yeah.
And now it's definitely not maintained. And now one of the maintenance workers, multiple people have seen what they can only describe as paranormal activity, ghosts. They've seen black shadows, specifically black shadows, just a shadow of a humanoid. Well,
I guess we don't know what it is.
we don't know.
Yeah.
Interdimensional being,
Yeah.
ghost, I don't know, what do you call it? Just, and also, we haven't even done an episode on this before, but people have done paranormal episodes on there's a whole phenomenon of the black shadows, like the shadow people.
Yeah.
And we haven't even got into
No.
it, so I don't even know. But it's believed that it could be one of those black shadow people, entities, whatever, that is somehow, for whatever reason, trapped on this ship. And what I remember what he said is they're small.
Uh-huh.
So it could, I'm like, is it a child because there was children on the ship? Or is that unrelated and it's just a small entity?
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. But it has been reported by multiple people that there's these like long corridors throughout.
Yeah.
And it was a man. He would be walking through and then he would just see it like run by the end of the corridor. Like just like the shadow of it.
So Heather talked to people. I was talking to other people. So some of her stories, like she has different ghost stories than I have. That's why I'm like, really? Wow. Because that could have been what we were talking. At some point we talked to the director. And at that point, me and Heather kind of split up when we were talking to people. So we talked for a good like half an hour to random people, but not together. We were separated.
Yeah, we wanted to get as much information as we could from... everybody's going to have their own perception of what they saw. Yeah. So,
out in the Little Skipper, there were chaperone bedrooms. Mm-hmm. Did you see those?
Yeah.
Do you remember going in there?
Yes.
And they had...
It was like pitch black in there, right?
Yeah, it was, we had to have flashlights.
Yeah.
And these were like the nice high-end rooms, but they were still bunk beds. There was 2 bunk beds on each side, like 2 bunk beds, but like they weren't 3-tiered, they were only 2-tiered. Mm-hmm. So only 4 people in that room. Like it's how many people they can like cram into these little spaces. It's just insane to me. It's so insane.
Yeah. And it makes sense because think of how many bodies they have to fit on those ships, to be able to travel to where, they go all over. I mean, this one went to Vietnam. It went to the Persian Gulf. I mean, it went everywhere. Had to house everyone. Yeah. So they have to really like pack everybody in like sardines.
Yeah. So, after that, and this might be a little out of order, but, then after that we went to lunch. Does that sound right?
Yeah, we went to lunch
probably around noon.
Around that time. I'm trying to remember.
No, we went to lunch at like 11 because we went to lunch and then we saw the director, and the director had a 12:30 meeting. Mm-hmm.
But he kind of pushed it
off because he was talking to us.
And lunch was nice. We did have lunch up on the main deck where the most of the people do their tours, not like us.
We got to go.
The general population, where you go.
We went to Gen Pop.
We came out of the shadows.
We came up and had lunch with you peasants and the peasant people.
We stopped playing with the interdimensional beings at that point. We're like, we need a break from this.
Yeah, so we had a good lunch. And then we got to meet the director of the ship, and
and the historian.
He had so much information.
And we met the historian at that
Yeah,
time
we met a lot of people. We met the historian, we met, like...
the lady from housekeeping.
The housekeeping lady. Like, we met a lot of people, but he had so much information.
Yeah.
And, would you love to explain to them what bomb ass is? And you can find this on all of our socials. Heather made a reel of this, like, right after we left the Midway.
I had to.
Yeah, it was so funny.
It's not every day you get to sit on a missile.
On a real live active missile.
Like, that doesn't happen. But,
so, the missile, they store this, like, random missile in the pantry, or not pantry. Not in the pantry, sorry, in the cafeteria area. I remember it was the cafeteria. And then it was in the elevator shaft. And people just, like, get in the elevator shaft.
No, you cannot go in there. No, you cannot.
No, not anybody. I mean, like, the director. The people that work there.
It has like a fence, like a metal fence.
Yeah, you can't go into it.
And it's locked. And technically, we weren't even supposed to be in there. But he's like, I'm going to open this for you, if you want to go sit on it.
And then I was like, I'm not sitting on this. Like, is it alive? Like, is it going to go off? And he's like, no, it's safe. It's okay. We sit with it, or not sit with it, but we, like, ride with it. Like, they just go on the side of it, and it goes up and down.
Yeah, so
on the elevator.
Obviously, like, it wasn't something the general population was allowed to do.
No,
but he gave us special permission.
And he took pictures of us.
Yeah, he was like, give me your camera.
Let's take pictures of you on this fucking missile.
Yeah, so we got to sit on the missile, and
when we got up, we were wearing black pants, and because...
it was so dusty because nobody ever touches it.
No, and so we got up, and Brad was with us, and he goes, you have this white stuff all over your guys' butt. And then he's all, you guys got some bomb asses.
So we got a bomb ass.
We got bomb ass.
We sat on the bomb.
And it got on our ass.
Yeah, it did get on our ass. But that was an experience.
Yeah. I've never sat on or been near anything. And it's huge too. It's like there's some girth to it. We straddled it.
Yeah, so we do have a reel on our social media that I actually just reposted it again.
Did you?
Yeah, I reshared it just so it would be like fresh.
That. Yeah.
And that's us sitting on the missile. So that was really awesome that he let us do that. But do you remember the story that he said about that area where the missile's housed?
What?
So he actually had a paranormal experience himself.
Oh, yeah.
In that area. So, periodically, because this is a working museum, I guess, that they have to maintain it. It's a museum. And there was some time where pretty much it was closed, and there was only a few people on the entire USS Midway. He was one of the people that was on the Midway, and at that time, he was near where that missile is, and he could hear a woman's voice, clearly a woman at the time, and she was like screaming and wailing. I don't even want to do it like on the audio because it would be so annoying of her just like not really saying any words, but just like, ah! Like I can't even do it. Like just like imagine somebody like screaming almost in pain and fear and just like, and there's no one else on this ship. There are other people on the Midway, but they're so far away from him. Yeah. And I'm like, I remember even asking him, like, are you sure, like, people weren't fucking with you? Like, you know? And he's like, no. It was literally just, like a paranormal experience where, like, it could have been, like, a ghost or who knows what. Like, just a sound of somebody screaming. And it freaked him out. And he's the director, and he's been on that ship multiple times, like, alone. Like, he's not new. Yeah. Like it's not like a new happening.
For like 15 years
it's not anything new for him. So, and it freaked him out to the point where he was like, and his flashlight wasn't working. he couldn't get his flashlight to
I
work.
remember this now,
And there was like no lights. It was like one light, because that's how it always is everywhere on there. And there's like literally like one light going.
And you're lucky if it's
like
not flashing.
The light, the light was literally like flickering.
Yeah.
And then he's like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, this is not okay. Like, I need to go back to my office. Like, why is this happening right now? And that was like one of the experiences that he had while he was, and that was like not far from where that bomb was, the missile.
Oh.
Yeah. And it made me think of it because the bomb ass, and that's when he started telling us that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so they used to have, was it overnight haunted, I don't know if it was overnight, but haunted, like, tours.
Like the paranormal tours.
The paranormal tours. They used to have those. They stopped when COVID happened. And they would do, like, seances in this room. Or whatever they would do.
Yeah, they did.
And all of a sudden, a little voodoo doll showed up. And they were like, we don't know where it came from. Guy hasn't been here in, like, 3 or 4 years because of COVID. So I don't know what happened, why it's here, but here it is, and I ain't touching it.
Yeah,
nobody would touch it.
A voodoo doll.
Yeah, the historian wouldn't touch it. The director wouldn't touch it. Nobody, the cleaning ladies wouldn't touch it. Nobody.
And it would move on its own.
Nobody
would move on its own, right?
No,
he said that. That
Really?
was hanging from the projector screen.
Yeah, that's what we saw.
So it was hanging from a projector screen, and then they would come and it would be like somewhere else, and it would like be moving. Nobody would claim that like they moved it or anything.
Yeah.
Like it was just like moving
But
around.
yeah, it's super spooky.
And in that same area across the hall
was
the
air
woman's
vent.
There was. Oh, are you gonna get it? You're getting there.
Yeah, that was the next one. Yeah.
Just
Just like right across the hall, there's an air vent and like type thing. You put your hat. You go like if you can't go into it, but it's it just air is just going through. You put your hand in there. You put your head in there. Whatever. You can just feel the air.
It feels like a strong wind.
Yeah, and supposedly there's a lady in there that's like wailing and screaming and asking for her husband. You said husband's check.
Yeah,
right?
she's asking for her the money. She's asking for a check.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like and he even laughed and chuckled about it. Like, it sounds so weird.
Yeah.
That she's specifically asking for his money and check. But she literally is like, that's what you hear is her saying like about his check. Her husband's check.
And then, and there's a lot of women on the ship, and it kind of concerns me because I wonder if when the ship was docked places, if military guys would like go get women fucked up and bring them back on the ship and
like party and stuff.
And maybe accidentally they fall down elevator shafts or drug overdose and they get shoved into some place or taken off the boat, thrown overboard. I mean, I don't know. This is all what I'm just thinking right now. I'm thinking the worst.
No, I mean, like,
especially
when
back
they
then,
find
like,
them though.
And not unless they put them overboard.
But some of those places are so tight and small, like a body would start smelling really fast.
Unless they threw it overboard and over the ship into the ocean.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But then they would come back there because that's the last place that they were.
That's where they died.
Yeah.
It's spooky.
It's possible.
And then Heather's gonna post pictures of all not all of them obviously, but some of the on the bunk beds there'll be like girls' phone numbers and like names and
oh yeah. Oh, they found so much stuff.
I was opening all the lockers and stuff and like I thought that was so cool.
They found keys, they found coins,
yeah.
They found photographs.
We got to take home some of it. We have some of the coins.
We have photographs. We have pinup models.
So anytime that they would
paintings, the pinup painting.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten there yet.
Whenever we would find, I was thinking about something else. Whenever they moved the beds, they would find like coins, but like from like 1930 or 40 or 50 or 60s. From like Korea or Japan or wherever they were.
Yeah, it was like
all over
like
the world.
50s,
yeah, coins from all over the world, pictures from all over. Mm-hmm. And the director just had this big like coffee tin just of all the memorabilia. I found someone's dog tags. I don't know if and I was gonna try to find out who they belonged to. I was gonna
the dog tags and the photographs.
Yeah.
And we have Yeah, I'm gonna post all that.
Yeah. Did I take home the dog tags?
We might have. He said that we could take.
Yeah, we can take
took
whatever
home
we wanted.
a bunch of stuff.
But I wonder if I took home the dog tags because I really want to find the guy or the guy's family. It has a social on it.
Wouldn't that be interesting if you actually found somebody related to them?
Yeah, I have my dad's dog tags.
Yeah.
And it has a social on it.
Well, yeah, that's how
I never knew.
That's their identification.
Yeah.
It's their social.
And their blood type, their social, their name, and their religion.
I didn't know I had blood type.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah, so that way they know right away if you need blood.
It was just the name.
No, it has type AO as my dad's, or A or something. Yeah. I'll show you my dad's.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
That way if you're unconscious and you need a quick blood transfusion, like think of her Pearl Harbor. They didn't have time to test the fucking blood. Like you just look at it, and then if you die, then your religion is on there too, so they know if you need to be like blessed and Jewish or Catholic or baptism or Lutheran. Yeah. My dad said Baptist, I think.
Oh, wow.
Type A, his social, and then his name, his full name, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew the name and the social, but I didn't know the rest.
Yeah, it has all of it, all that, those 4 things. Yeah. At least he was in the Korean War, so at least in the 70s, that's what they did.
Yeah, because, like, my grandfather was in the Marines, and my other grandfather was in the Army, but I never saw their dog tags. Like, I know that they were in service, but, like, I never saw their, like, my grandma has that stuff. Or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, we did talk to the cleaning lady.
You talked to her a lot.
I did, but she was pretty
she was kind of spooked, huh?
Yeah, it seems she's been there for over 25 years. Oh my gosh. So we're in San Diego, right, guys?
It's pouring outside.
And it never rains. And it's like pouring outside. This is so spooky.
But you know what's so weird is I can hear the rain pouring, but I'm looking at the window and I don't see any rain.
Well, the skies are like black.
Yeah.
No, it's rain. It was raining earlier. But it's like pouring rain. I love it. We never get rain. We stopped recording earlier. And we get out and we like close up everything. We're going to lunch. We get outside and we're like, what is it? Heather goes, it smells like rain. And I was like, I think it's raining. And then we're like, we don't know what to do. We don't know what do we do? It's raining. It hasn't rained since April, May?
Yeah, no, it hasn't rained forever.
Like 6 months. We're like, the sky is falling. We're like so not. I don't know what we would do if we lived anywhere other than Southern California. Cry.
Yeah, probably.
Buy a poncho or something. Get galoshes. Rain boots.
You want to hear
an umbrella? Buy an umbrella?
You want to know something really funny?
Huh.
In the cars, I have umbrellas and ponchos.
Do you?
And it never rains here, but in case it does.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I have umbrellas and ponchos.
We have umbrellas just because when we're racing, Brad gets really hot in his fire suit waiting because it's so sunny. So we put umbrella over him to like cool him down.
Oh my god.
To protect him from the sun, not the rain. Okay, so anyways, yes, so the cleaning lady, the housekeeping lady, what did you call her? I liked your word better. Was it housekeeping? Janitor?
I think I said housekeeping.
Housekeeping,
I don't know what I said.
Well, anyway, she had been working on the ship for over 20 years, and she was even pretty tight-lipped about the ghosts and the weird happenings. She's like, oh yeah, I've seen stuff, but I've heard things, I've seen things, but nobody wanted to go into specifics. And it's almost like your brother didn't want to go to that one room. It's like everyone doesn't want to talk about it because it's like they still have to go on that ship every day. So they don't want to talk about it because then it might summon something.
If you talk about it, then it's more real.
Yeah. And then they might fuck, I talked about it and now it's going to come after me.
It knows I believe, so it's going to
haunt
me.
Yeah, especially because they have to go back.
Yeah.
And work.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, they don't want to believe it. Oh, the historian didn't believe any paranormal stuff. The historian was 100% laughing it off. No, there's nothing. Historian was sticking to the facts of the ship. And just it was built at this time and blah 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 blah. And just very
yeah.
But anything that was paranormal. He was just kind of like, no. Like, he didn't believe any of the paranormal stuff at all.
So crazy.
Yeah, no, he was not down for that.
He must be agnostic.
He just, I don't think he wanted to, he just, for whatever reason, he was not down with it. Because I was even asking him, okay, you're the historian, like, come on,
what's up?
and he's just like sticking to the facts. What kind
of history?
Yeah, he was all about facts.
That's crazy.
He didn't want to speculate on anything.
So then we are, should we stop now and do a part 3?
We are probably going to need to do part 3 because just the amount of images and footage that we've already covered, it's like I'm never going to be able to post it in a week fast enough. Yeah, no, and also I believe that like we're already to the air vent.
If
like,
we
that's
stayed,
so much.
if we kept going, it would be like too much. Yeah, it would be too much. We couldn't do all this in that time. All right, so we're gonna sign off now, and thank you for listening to our Midway Part 2. When we come back, we'll talk about the captain's quarters, the church, the weird handprints on the wall, when we went to the hull of the ship, and the decoy torpedoes we found.
Oh, yeah, that has to be Part 3.
Yep. And then when we went below to the food pantry compartment area. The food storage. Yeah, it has to be Part 3. So, it's too much. So, thank you guys so much for listening. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You always do this.
You sound great.
I did, right?
You sound awesome.
Perfect. And email us at conspiraciesunlocked@gmail.com.
And don't forget, if you have a phenomenal fan encounter, please do email us because we are compiling a new episode that I would love to possibly record within the next couple weeks. And more stories would be just appreciated. So thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Oh.
I ended the live.
Did you end the live?
I ended the live. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No,
you did not.
I didn't. Oh, I thought that I almost ended you guys. Sorry. I always like to say bye to you guys after I end the other recording.
I feel like so there's other people here.
Ureli said hi professionals because I think that's when you were like you sound professional. I don't know. And then she said love the wall. Thank you, Ureli.
Oh, because
we
of this.
just got that. We love it too. We kind of are trying to figure out how our hair looks with it.
Is it a little too crooked? Should I straighten it? I feel like it's a little crooked, right?
We could probably go up a little.
No, this side needs to go up a little. I just eyeballed it really quick. I didn't.
Yeah, we'll be able to put it up. Yeah, look, you can see it right there because that's a perfect line, right?
Yeah.
Unless your camera's crooked.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, because look at these lines. They do go down a little bit. Mm-hmm. So your camera is crooked a little bit too.
I just eyeballed it.
I don't know.
She says it's perfect.
Well, you know.
If it was perfect.
All right. Well, we are off. We'll be live again. We're taking a quick break, and when we get back, we are going to do. We'll be live on YouTube, right?
Yes.
We're switching
Follow
platforms.
us on YouTube,
so
please.
Go to YouTube.
Conspiracies Unlocked. We have a whopping 78 followers on YouTube. So I know Facebook is like our primary one right now, but we are trying to grow our other platforms. So please do follow us if you have not already.
And what we are talking about on YouTube is the Britney book.
Yes.
So
Britney Spears.
We should take the Britney book with us to do our nails.
Yeah, we'll read it while we get our nails done. We're gonna get our nails done. Much needed. I need a pedicure. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I need to be ready for the week.
Yeah, for your 1 day week.
For my 1 day week,
You lazy bitch. I'm just kidding. Okay, bye guys. See you soon.
Bye.